Oh dear. What's the crack? Fergie here, as you can see. Yeah. Hi everybody. And hi Jimmy. Um, Sorry about the delay on the questions that you guys have sent me. Um, Obviously I've been in the States, so been in a wild state. Oh, I've been in a state for a while, but you know what I mean. I've been over in the US, so yeah, I've just got back. Played at the weekend. I was in France and Brussels, and got back home for the day, and now I'm in the studio. So just finished the session, so I thought it was time to get back to you guys with the questions. So here we go. No, I'm getting back with the answers to the questions. Yes, let's get it right. So the first question is, how has life changed for you after the move to Vegas? Life has been quite hectic over the last year. Although I only moved to Vegas about a month and a half ago. Basically, with the new alias that I'm doing, Rob Gasson. Obviously, comes with that as a new style of music, which is more on the progressive electro side of things, which I have to say I'm absolutely loving. But what comes with that is obviously I've been doing the normal techno thing that I do around the world. Obviously making those records, and also this year, as you know, I've done a few old hard house gigs. So there's three different styles of music that I've had to keep programming, um, which has been very enjoyable. But you know, it's been quite time consuming. Obviously, I want the hard house sets to be different, as much as they can be each time. Um, there's always going to be tracks that I keep within the set, my favourites. And listen, I don't get to play them all the time, so you have to excuse me if they've been in the sets, if you've came to see me in a few different places. But I'll try and change it up a bit. Um, Apart from that, you know, life in Vegas has been amazing. Obviously, the weather's been a little bit different to Glasgow, so I've been enjoying that. Um, yeah, you know, it's all pretty new to me still. Obviously, I've been playing in the US from 1998. Um, Obviously, got locked up, put in prison as well. So I've not been stealing any more number plates since I've been there. But no, it's been good. You know, it's been great to see a big change in how they look at dance music. The bleeps are on the radio all the time, you know. Um, so it's good to sort of be there at the start of it and see it grow to where it's at now, and it's just an absolute monster. It's just going to get bigger and bigger, and it's great, you know, seeing young people getting into dance music again. So hope that answered that question for you. Next question here is, what hard house have you been listening to lately? Um, you know, the last sort of month, as I say, you know, I've been chopping between a few different styles, you know, and the techno, which is the normal Fergie stuff, and the hard house stuff. I've just been going through the classics, so I've not been listening to any new hard house. Oh, no, I have. I've been listening to some new stuff from John Loxley. Um, Quite interesting stuff, you know, bit of a twist to what he's doing. Obviously, you know, he comes from a hard house background, but for the last lot of years he's been playing techno, so he's merged the both of them quite well. And it's basically making a lot of techno, but a lot faster, um, with hard house in mind. I think he's doing about 140 BPM, so it's a nice twist, and it's keeping it a little bit fresh, I think, for everybody. So I would say I've been listening to some of his stuff, and you know, just really listening to the old classics and old mixes. E&M sent me quite a few mixes. Obviously, I've not had a chance to be around my vinyl because I've been away, so he's been sending me mixes. and you know, I've been I've been picking tracks and saying, yeah, can you send me number 2 off that mix, or number 5 off that mix, and he's been doing that. So he's been helping me prepare really. So thank you very much for that, Miss Mulford. Um, Next question: could we get you in the studio to make a Storm digital hard house track? Absolutely not. Nothing against the Storm, but I just there's just absolutely no time at all. At the minute, I'm making Fergie stuff and I'm making Rob Gasson stuff, so that's that's where the main sort of the thing is at the minute. And I don't know. I think if I made a hard house track, I would want it to sound like an old hard house track. So that might be interesting. It might not. I've actually not thought of getting in the studio to do that. So. Hmm. Actually might be something I could be interested in down the line. I actually never even contemplated doing it, so um, as I'm reading these questions, that's just the first time it's popped into my head. So I'll get back to you on that. They still stay in touch with DJs and producers that I met in a hard house scene. Not a lot of them, just a few. I stay in touch with the one I would speak to the most would be Ian M. Massive fan of his. I mean, Ian M. Everybody knows who he is. Um, he has his place in hard house history. You know what I mean? He's been there not only from the start, but from before it. He's as Tony was one of the sort of creators. Ian M. wasn't far behind. So I speak to Ian quite a lot. I speak to Andy Farley, who's been a massive help for me as well, getting sort of a lot of the old tracks. Obviously, everybody knows Andy's an all round great guy. Lisa Lashes, obviously. Well, I don't even need to say her second name. There's only one Lisa. Like, kept in touch with her throughout the years. Um, who else? Nick Lunn, I've been speaking to a bit lately. Um, that would probably be it, I would say. Tidy Boys, I've seen at gigs. And Savage, I've seen at gigs. And BK, I would speak to. So that would be it, really. If I've left anybody out, sorry, like, you send me an email and tell me I'm an asshole. um, Let me see. Which of the Hard House tracks that you produced would be your favourite? Well, I know what is my least favourite, and that is definitely Hoovers and Horns. That track is. I don't even actually remember playing it. I'm sure I did play it, but the B side was my favourite. It was a track called Turn It Up. And what Ben and I tried to do with when we were in the studio, if I wasn't sleeping on the floor, down with a hangover at the time, we would try and make something that was a bit slower. I wanted to try and make the hard house a little bit slower, and I think we done that. Even with Hoovers and Horns, it was slower. The right to get me, which I done with Paul. Paul. I can't remember his second name. Paul. F1. What was his name? Paul. Flip. Can't remember his second name. Paul King. Yep. That was a bit slower as well. Um, and actually, I better mention that track I done with Paul King, "They're Out to Get Me," was called. It was given that name because actually I know I just bigged up E&M, but that was called "They're Out to Get Me" because E&M was being a real bitch to me at the time and giving me loads of grief. Like, so that's why that track was called "They're Out to Get Me," because we weren't really on great terms back then. But he must have just been jealous, like. Oh, brilliant! I'm only joking. But my favorite track would probably be favorite track I produced. Probably Rock the House. The remix Rock the House would probably be my favorite. Um, yeah, let's go with that. That would be my favorite. Um, which of the Hard House? Yeah, we've already done that. What was your best memory of Storm from years ago? Best memory of Storm. I actually don't really have one. It's all sort of a blur. So that's probably a good thing, because it shows you how much of a good time we were having back then. So yeah, I actually I couldn't even remember a lot of the lineups that we had. But I mean, we were getting in serious states back then, um, as you know, Jimmy. So yeah, you're carrying the mantle, all right. I hear anyway. What was your best? No, I've already done that. Top three hard house tracks of all time. Uh, Tony DeVee, Are You Already? Um, E&M, Dreamer. Uh, mm, I'll come back to you on the third one. That's the end of the questions, everybody. So I hope you have enjoyed question time with me. Um, I'll see you on Saturday. Storm's 12th birthday. It's gonna be a biggie. The third track, which would be my favourite, would be The Experts, and Take You There. Obviously, like, I mean, I play it in every flipping set. But yeah, that's it. So that's it from me. And I'd just like to leave you with every day I'm cluttering. Yeah.